Do you get stuck while speaking in English? Are you the one who has the fear of speaking in English? Do you speak broken English? Words don't come to my mind. I forget sentences. Face difficulty in constructing sentences. My mind goes blank. Sounds familiar? But still you want to speak English fluently and confidently, isn't it? Well guys, then you are at the right place. Welcome to Discover and Learn. Here what we do is we help you to learn and speak English fluently and confidently in a very practical way. We don't just promise, we deliver. We have a long list of conversational videos, practice sessions, speak with me sessions wherein you'll find practical day-to-day conversational topics on which people have conversations. So I pick up those conversations and I speak on those topics so that it's much easier for you to speak on it and relate to your everyday situation and get in practice of speaking on those topics. If you start practicing in this way, at the end of a month, you will see your progress. You will see the difference. And since you'll be practicing on practical real life situations and topics, it will be much easier for you to speak in front of people on any topic with anyone, anywhere. That's our promise. Apart from that, we have a lot of tips, tricks, techniques, and methods and ways which will definitely help you in becoming fluent and confident in speaking English. Hey guys, welcome back. We always have a plan in place. When we want to speak English fluently and confidently, we take care of a lot of things, right? We start thinking about vocabulary, we start thinking about pronunciation, we start thinking about listening, reading, writing, practicing or speaking. So there are lots of stuffs we start thinking about and we have no clue where to start from, right? Or what we do is we start doing something today and we do something else the other day, and the third day we pick up something else. So we don't have a continuity. We just randomly pick up something and we just start practicing on doing that. Guys, that is not right. That is not the right way. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up one such topic or one thing and I'll discuss with you how you can take that up, how you can practice that and what should be your routine like. Okay, so I'm going to pick that one thing and I'll discuss that today. And probably in my next episodes also I'll be taking up the other important aspects which are going to help us in being fluent and confident in speaking English. So on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Guys, if you want to learn to speak English fluently and confidently, please subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comments section. I love reading your comments. So today I'm going to take up the most important thing which we all have to include in our practice session, which is reading. Okay, so I'll tell you what is the importance of reading. I understand completely that nowadays people don't prefer reading, or they just swap it with listening. So I'll separately tell you why reading is so important and how it will help you to speak English fluently and confidently. What are its benefits and how it is different from listening. So listening I'm going to take up in my next session so that it will be very easy for you to relate to how they are different. Okay, so to start with, why reading is so important, or what is the impact of reading in our learnings. So there are lots of research which tells that reading helps us to be creative. It opens our mind, it opens our brain, right? I'll tell you why. When you're reading any piece of information, when you're reading any novel, any storybook, or anything for that matter, when you're actually reading, something starts going on in your mind. You start picturizing it, right? You start imagining that. You get into that zone, you get into that storyline. right? Where it is based, what it is saying. For example, it says that, there is a boy who lives in a street which is very busy, and he was playing on the street and there was a lot of traffic there. So you start imagining a boy, a busy street, cars going and coming, and he's trying to play there. So you start imagining. So that is the best part of reading. That enhances your creativity, enhances your brain and your thinking capability or capacity, right? Which is very important. So that is basically a brain exercise. So reading is a brain exercise. Start doing it, guys. Start reading. It's not necessary to complete the whole novel in a day. I used to do it. I remember my old day, and I used to take up a novel and I used to finish it in a day. But you don't have to do that. That's fine. Take up a paragraph, take up a chapter, take up a page. Whatever you are convenient with, whatever you are comfortable with. But start reading. It is really going to help you in rewiring your brain or to become more creative. Second, and the most important thing is knowledge. Guys, how you will gain knowledge if you are not reading anything or if you're not listening to anything, right? Or if you're listening to a particular thing only, how will you gain knowledge on other topics? Conversation is something which, any topic can come up. You have to be master in every topic. Which doesn't mean that you have to know all the topic, but it's just that you should try to gain knowledge on more and more topics as much as you can. It's not necessary every single day you should listen to different topics, right? That's not required. Make it a point that whatever is trending, whatever is in news, whatever the real life situation is or the crisis is, or whatever things are discussed today, make sure that you gain some knowledge or insight on those topics. There are lots of ways you'll get to know about it, right? When you're meeting your friends, when you're meeting your family, when you're meeting your colleagues, you're going to office, college, school, anywhere, you get to know those topics, right? Note down those topics and start researching about it. Collect some knowledge on it. How will you do that? You can read any article, you can read newspapers, you can read books on different topics. There are lots of books on every topic available in the market. So you can grab those books and start reading. Go to the library and issue a book, right? And start knowing about it. And there are lots of fictional and non-fictional books available which helps you to know or gain knowledge in different aspects, and different things. So there are lots of things. You can start reading an autobiography also, you'll get to know a lot of things. You will start reading a motivational book or an inspirational book, you will gain a lot of knowledge. You will be able to speak to people and talk about psychology or talk about how to overcome something. You never know. So it's just that you have to read different books or different types of articles to gain more and more knowledge or insight on different topics. It will help you to speak better. Once you have the knowledge, you will have that confidence of knowing that particular topic, and that will help you to speak fluently. Okay. So that is why collecting knowledge is very important. And how you will collect those knowledge, how you will gain those knowledge and insights? By reading. Newspaper, any article, any book, whichever you want to, right? You can do that. So that is why reading helps in gaining a lot of knowledge. You can gain knowledge from a lot of other things as well. Latest topics, trending topics, you can just listen and you can get insight or knowledge from YouTube as well. That's fine. But apart from that, there are lots of other stuffs also which you should know. So you can start reading books. It will really help you. And when you read something, it is much easier for you to recall it or memorize it or get it into your memory, retain in your memory. So that is why reading is very important. When you listen to it, you might forget after 5 minutes or after 10 minutes. But when you read, it will stay in your brain for some time. So that is why reading is more important. Third one is Reading helps in finding out practical solutions to a thing. Trust me on this. You never know, if you read a detective novel and you will find out how, that police officer caught the thief, it will be very real. It will be very real. You will not even imagine that you are reading a fictional book. Right? How he found out, where he got the idea, or where he got the clue, and how did he catch the thief, or whatever, the suspense, the detective novels. So if you start reading those kind of books or stories, you'll get to know the actual practical solutions also. Trust me on this. If you're worried, if your motivation is down, if you want to start something new and you're not getting any idea, if you start reading some books which will help you in this area, definitely you will find some solution. You will be able to relate to those books or to those people, or to those stories, and you will actually know how they have overcome that thing, how they got motivated, how they started their business, or what they did to become successful in life. So that will also help you in getting a clue from the books. So you'll get practical solutions from there as well if you start reading good books, right? So any book, fictional or non-fictional, you will get to know how practical solutions from them, and that will help you to stay motivated or give you a direction to achieve your goal of speaking fluent English. So that is how we all get inspiration from people, their stories, or any other thing, or anything of that sort. We get motivation from that. We hear somebody, some success stories, we hear some failure stories, we hear some motivational thoughts, and we are able to relate to it. We feel really good about it then at that time, right? So it helps, will give you practical solutions. So that is why reading is very important. Another one is understand the language. It will help you in understanding the language well. Why? Just because you will be able to focus on each and every word, and you'll be able to focus on every single thing which we should, like new words or vocabulary, how it is pronounced, or how to pronounce that word, how to use each word in a sentence, how to construct a sentence, and what is the meaning of the sentence, what is the idea of the whole paragraph or whole story. So you'll get to learn a lot. Yes, pronunciation is difficult, but there is a way. If you don't know to pronounce a word, look it up in your mobile, right? You can check the pronunciation in your mobile and you'll get to know. So that is not a difficult task, guys. I don't want excuses here, please. We all know these solutions, right? So at least we should try. So reading helps you to pronounce each word clearly, to understand each word better, to know how it is used, to know what it means in a sentence, how the sentence is constructed, and everything else. So it will be much easier for you to understand the language, understand its construction, understand the words, and build up your vocabulary, right? So there are lots of advantage of reading. Start taking a newspaper and start reading that if you don't have anything else. That also works well. That is also a great way of starting to practice reading. But don't stop reading. Start building a practice of reading. For 5 minutes every day, that's okay. But take out 5 minutes to read something. Yeah, the last one and the most important one is it will help you in building your skills. Now, how is it possible to build your skills? Now, when we start reading a lot, we get to know how, we need to speak to people, or how you can handle a conflicting situation, or how you can handle an argument, or how you can, probably convince somebody, right? So there are lots of things which is there when you read. If you read a storybook, if you read a novel, if you read any autobiography, anything, whatever your interest is, whichever, if you're reading a comic also. So there are lots of things which is said in that. right? Those are also real life situations which they take up, right? And probably there might be a situation where the character is convincing somebody to buy a pen or to buy something, right? Probably the character might be a salesman, right? So you will be able to learn how to sell something or how to convince somebody to buy your idea. Maybe the character is in a conflicting situation. He's arguing with somebody, and then ultimately he realizes or she realizes and starts making up for it. Changing the situation, trying to control the situation. Right? So there are lots of situations also. When you start reading, you'll get to know there will be a lot of situations, and you will get to know how the person or the character present in that scene is handling that, which will help you in developing your skill sets. Probably somebody, is want to become a leader, started heading a team. So what qualities he has or how he handles the team, right? You will get to know in that story or in that novel or in that book, which will indirectly help you to understand what are the skills required to become a leader, right? In movies also, when we watch movies, there are lots of things to learn. We get to learn a lot of things, and a lot of situations, lots of things which comes up in a movie or while reading anything, and that will help you to understand the situation, understand what that person does to overcome that situation or to handle that situation. So there are lots of learnings, and as I said, while reading, it will be easier for you to retain in your brain, right? It will help you to retain for a longer duration of time when you read something than watching or listening. You might forget after some time when you're watching something or you're listening to something. But when you are reading a thing with your focus on, it will help your brain to retain it for a longer duration of time. So make sure that when you're reading, you're focusing on every single thing. And whatever you're reading, you should learn something from that. So what you can also do is, after reading that, you can just try finding out or start summarizing that thing in your own words, so that you get to know what you have read, or did you understand that thing, or what is the idea which that paragraph is trying to say or that page is trying to say. Just do that. It will help your brain to retain it for a longer duration of time, and it will help in your understanding as well. So there are lots of benefits of reading. Start doing this, you will see a difference, and building up your skills will also help you in speaking fluently and confidently, right? You will definitely get ideas how to practice in the best way, or you'll get more ideas on different topics, and that will help you to become more confident. Of course, you will become more confident if you start adding more skills to yourself, right? You will get to know, oh, I can do this also, I can do that also. Okay, I've become more confident, and ultimately it will help you in speaking as well, right? If your confidence is increased, it will help you in speaking as well. You will be able to speak up. You will be able to gather courage to speak. So these are the ways in which reading helps, guys. Don't ignore this. Start doing this. I am not asking you to read the whole novel in a day. It's just that one paragraph or one page you can just read in a day, or one chapter, maybe 2-3 pages one chapter will be, or whatever time you have, or however you can divide, but take it up every single day. 5 minutes every day you give to reading it, and reading on different topics, different kinds of books, different genres. Start doing this, and it will help you a lot in your fluency and confidence. So guys, that's the end for today. I'll be back in my next session. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking. See you. Bye-bye.